Hey guys, Ominous here. I'm excited to show off this deck today. This fighting deck is so fun to use and it helped me get my 45 wins in the PvP event so fast. You'll always start with a Riolu on your first turn as it is the only basic Pokemon in the deck, which is great. This deck revolves around getting a Lucario on the board and getting Rampardos up and running to deal 150 damage. And if you're able to get 2 Lucarios on the board, that's 170 damage. This deck is versatile and I was able to beat a variety of decks using it. Up next is some gameplay of the few of the battles I won. But before that, if you are new to the channel, hit that subscribe button. It's free and you'll never miss out on the new deck videos. Going first here, I end up drawing a Pokeball. I'm going to end up using that first. Once I draw, I'm going to use Professor's Research to draw 2 more cards. I then decide not to place the Riolu just yet because I draw this Pokemon Communication. So I decide to put the Skull Fossil down and end my turn. I draw another Pokemon Communication and I decide to use it. I think I should have used the Professor's Research first to draw 2 cards. This is where I made a mistake. Unfortunately, I end up drawing an Aerodactyl where I was hoping for a Cranidos. At this point, I decide not to evolve Riolu into Lucario because Lucario needs 2 energy. Plus, Coughing is weak to fighting, so I'm going to do 40 damage with this, and I'll evolve him into Lucario next turn. Poison plus Tackle combo does a decent amount of damage on me, but luckily I'm going to evolve Riolu into Lucario so no longer takes that poison damage, and I'll add another energy onto it and I should be able to take out this Weezing no problem. Since I pulled that Riolu, I decide this turn to use the second Pokemon Communication and hope for a Cranidos. Which luckily I do pull it. Now I can evolve that Skull Fossil into Cranidos. Luckily, he only has this Weezing, so once I retreat Lucario, put my Rampardos up there and attack, I win the game. here, I actually have 2 Professor Research, so I'm going to use 1 to see what I get. Didn't pull much, so I just decided to attach an energy and Riolu and do some damage. There's turn I draw, and I get a Skullfall, so it was just great because I already have a Cranidos in my hand. Decide to use Professor's Research and get a Pokemon Communication and another Cranidos. Decide to go for it, see if I can get a Lucario off of this. Unfortunately, I end up drawing another Riolu. So I say, I'm gonna go for it. I got another Pokemon Communication. Let's throw it down, put that Riolu back, see if I can get that Lucario. And I don't. I get Cranidos back. So, unlucky. Decide just to attach the energy to the Skull Fossil and have Riolu do another 20 damage. Getting lucky here that he doesn't draw a Greninja. He keeps attaching energy to his Gyarados EX. I draw another Skull Fossil, which is great because now I have 2 Cranidos and 2 Skull Fossils. I evolve 1, decide to retreat the Riolu, put Cranidos up front, and get rid of that Frogadier for a point. Still no Greninja for him, which is great. I luckily pull a Sabrina, which is awesome, because now I'm going to Sabrina in that Gyarados EX. I'm going to evolve Cranidos into Rampardos, and let's do some heavy damage on that Gyarados EX. He decides to use Greninja's Water Shuriken on Cranidos. That's because even if he used it on Rampardos, it would only do 20 damage, plus Gyarados' attack would do 140, so that would only be 160 in total, and my Rampardos still survives. I think in knowing this, he decides to just leave the game. Well, I can still go ahead and attack and just win it, even though he left. I go first. I draw a Pokeball, decide to use that. After getting a Riolu from the Pokeball, I decide to put Rocky Helmet on the Riolu in my active spot just in case Mew attacks. I'll at least deal some damage and put Skull Fossil on the bench. Sure enough, he does end up attacking with Mew, dealing 40 damage on my Riolu, but Rocky Helmet does 20 damage on him. I decide to evolve the Skull Fossil into Cranidos, attach an energy, and I risk it and decide to use a Pokemon Communication, hoping I can get something, and lucky enough, I end up drawing a Rampardos for next round. I decide to use Riolu to attack the Mew and deal 20 damage, sacrifice him for next turn, and that's fine. It's now my turn, and here's where the fun begins. I evolve Cranidos into Rampardos and use Head Smash on Mew to eliminate him. They end up attaching another Psychic Energy onto Mewtwo EX. He'll now use Psychic Sphere, deal another 50 damage onto my Rampardos. Drawing this Riolu is clutch, because now I can put him on the bench, attach an energy, and next turn I can evolve him with Lucario. Decide to use Head Smash on Mewtwo EX, deals 130 damage, and he has 20 HP left. Opponent notices that he has no shot and ends up conceding, giving me the victory.